What's up, everybody?
Bill, you have to stop saying it now. You said you're going live.
We're live. We're live now. I
You
said
gotta
we're
stop saying that word now.
live.
You didn't know we're live now, so you gotta stop saying the other word you were saying.
What word is that? The N word?
Terry!
Chuck.
Mangione!
Did you see that? Did you see that I put on our group chat, Charlie?
Yeah, Chuck! Yeah.
Chuck. So, you guys know what it is. Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners by Nooners. Like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes. Go to Spotify, leave a 5-star, walk away. Now that that's out of the way, big news that everybody's already heard.
Everyone's fucking dying from our childhood.
Death is working on some kind of bonus this week.
I mean, granted, they were all older than 70 years old, but still.
Not true. Theo Huxtable, aka AJ slash the Raptor from The Resident. He was like 51.
To be fair, he's not a part of my three.
No,
So
you're not throwing him in the three.
He's not my three. I kept saying like Hulk was the third, and then Mangione died, and I was like, sorry, buddy, I didn't watch the Cosbys. I didn't grow up with that. But these three motherfuckers I grew up with. Mangione's my third.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the Cosby Show either, but me and my
I
wife.
grew up with TV, so it's like
yeah.
I was a little young for the Cosbys. It was already on Nick at Night by the time I was growing up.
But me and my wife really liked the show that was on Fox called The Resident, and it's like about a bunch of surgical residents, kind of like Grey's Anatomy, I guess, but on Fox.
He was on The Resident?
Yeah, he's AJ. He's the Raptor.
Oh, fuck!
That like super like you think he's arrogant, but he's actually just like super confident in himself and like doesn't back down from anything. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, no, fucking A.
Yeah, one of my favorite TV characters ever because he's just like so. Like it comes off as arrogant, but he's actually just like so confident in himself that like he doesn't put up with other people's bullshit, you know? So yeah, that was Theo Huxtable. But yeah, then Ozzy, which I mean, sad, but he's been in a bad way for quite a while. You know?
Since 2019 he's been going downhill.
Well, even when he had that reality show 20 fucking years ago.
They had a fucked up dose for him.
Yeah.
Like, his medication was dosed wrong. Like, if you watch the Prince of fucking Darkness documentary,
I haven't seen
it talks about, like, how his dosing on his medication was wrong back then.
Yeah.
So it's fucking him up. Plus, he was still drinking, so that was, like, double fucking him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, a lot of people have talked about this whole, like, suicide pact thing that he's talked about. But I read something today that, he... Like they called 911 and they were sending like an air ambulance to his house. So I think
they worked on him for a couple hours.
Yeah. So. And then Charlie, we can't hear you. Charlie's muted somehow. How'd Charlie get muted?
My bad. I was making sure I had the right mic on and I guess I clicked it. But no, I was saying like at his age for what he was going through, he should have had a fucking DNR. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible to picture what they did for 2 hours to him.
Yeah.
But literally, and like, but that is like their code. Like, we do not stop until basically we are told. I don't know if it's a doctor that makes that decision. I guess so, because it has to be a doctor or someone like that to call time of death. It can't be a nurse. It can't be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think paramedics can do it. Maybe I'd never been in that situation, so I don't know.
Coroner might be able to.
Well, a coroner will definitely. If you're seeing a coroner, you're already
usually
dead.
After they're not. I don't think they have anything to do like when the person is alive. EMT definitely can't. But if they got him to a hot like, so it's one of those things where it's like you can have a person who's 100 years old and they don't have a DNR. It's just like we are going to break every fucking bone in their sternum. We're going to break all of their ribs. Because they're so frail to compress, because you have to get 2 inches down. So imagine your chest and going in 2 inches. You have to get that at least that deep to get to the heart to pump it. Um, Even if you have an AED that they're getting shocked, like you still have to
Yeah.
do compressions in between those shocks, and you might have to do that
Yeah.
like to the point where you have to change out people because it's so uh, exhausting to literally do CPR on someone.
Yeah.
And that's why DNRs are so paramount. Like, but then again, my own grandmother had one and they didn't have it at the nursing home she was placed in, and they did CPR and put her on life support, even though
Well,
she
yeah.
was.
I mean, I wonder, like, well, I don't know about like life support, but like in a moment, if somebody's like flatlining in the back of an ambulance, do they know there's a DNR? Like, because if somebody starts
It should
coding,
be
you're
taped above the bed.
yeah at a hospital, right? But like
No, like even in
Yeah.
assisted living or anything like that.
Yeah, see, like I
Like
said, like my grandmother was in a nursing home.
right,
They should have had all of that
yeah,
there.
for sure, for sure.
In situations like this, I think, but I don't know if you could, that's a good point. I don't know if you have like a DNR when you're not
I mean,
in
unless you have like
the
one of those like
hospital,
bracelets or something, a
when you're not,
paramedic's not going to know, and their job is to
but
try to save you, right? So,
but then again, I guess at that point, like if your family and the people around you know you do not want to be resuscitated, there's no point in calling 911.
hmm
You just
yeah,
let them
yeah,
pass, and then you call the non-emergent number and
yeah,
say,
yeah,
I have a family member that passed, I need assistance. Or you just call the or funeral home.
yeah.
I don't really know exactly how that works.
I'm guessing what we were talking about earlier. I'm guessing at least one person on a paramedic crew has to have the authority to call it, because I've seen plenty of times where they're just like, yeah, he's gone, turn the lights off, and let's just go to the hospital, you know?
Paramedics have a lot of authority, way more than an EMT.
Yeah, an
So
EMT
I
is just kind of like a
would
first responder, right? Like they
think
know basic
so.
basic first aid kind of stuff. Not, I
Yeah.
won't say basic, but intermediate first aid. But a paramedic
yeah,
is
they can run
Yeah.
a
But they can't do like air like
you're not gonna do a
oxygen. Like they
tracheotomy or
can't.
something, right?
Well, like doing an ambu bag. Like you have to be trained at least 6 months, or I believe like doctors, anesthesiologists are trained 6 months on just how to put an ambu bag in, and that's because it's so hard to get it in the airway, not the esophagus. Like
Right.
I was in a CPR course, and the guy literally said, "I'm not even going to touch on this because you 100% will never be in this position of where you have to place the ambu bag or be running it."
What's an
Like
ambu bag? Is that something that like opens the airway up or something?
it's the thing where like it's literally like it's a big air thing, and it's like what puts air into your lungs, and it's a big compression rubber
I mean, I've
thing.
seen them face
That
masks with the
thing.
rubber thing, but this is something that actually they put down your airway.
Yes,
Okay, so it's
they it goes into your
like an emergency
uh,
intubation kind of thing.
trachea. Kind of. I don't think it goes that far down. Like a trachea
hmm
is usually like right here. I don't know if it go. I don't think it goes down quite that far.
Yeah.
Um, but so paramedics, they're trained in all of that kind of stuff. Um, it's pretty intensive. But I can only assume that they can call time of death because if you're out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah, if you're 30 minutes from the hospital and the pulse is not coming back, then
yeah, yeah. I mean, granted, like a lot of paramedics are on air flight teams too.
yeah.
So,
hmm
yeah. If they
um,
had a helicopter there, there's probably at least an air ambulance doctor
but
there.
even in those cases, like someone can still die in the helicopter on the en route to the hospital, sort of thing. And my mom was actually stopped on the highway outside of our hometown, and there was a horrible accident, and they literally landed the helicopter on the fucking highway.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, they'll even do shit like that, and it's just like
Yeah,
all those people
growing up,
roller
I had
coaster.
a friend whose dad was a paramedic, and he spent like 2 years on the helicopter crew, and then like was like I can't do it anymore, and I was like, oh, like at that point I was like in high school, I was like, oh, like why? That sounds like a pretty cool job. He's like, if the helicopter's getting called, it's never good, ever.
Yeah, it's
Like
real fucking
it's bad.
bad.
It's like I got tired. Like every day is just a bad fucking day. You know?
It's just PTSD
Yeah.
every fucking time, basically. Like it's horrible. And then for EMT, they see just as much shit, just as they're in the same shit. And they get paid barely fucking $20 an hour
Yeah. Yeah.
to
You have
do
to have a
that shit.
calling for it for sure. But
That is fucking disgusting. That
so
is, and that's barely like they might still get 17, $18 an hour to do that shit. That is absolutely
I
ridiculous.
think starting in Albuquerque for paramedics or EMTs, because I know a few, it's like 15.
It's low as shit, and it's egregious. Like how like no, absolutely fucking not.
oh yeah.
Are you
So those
shitting me?
that stuff that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. Like that. Um, granted, my mother was a teacher for years and years, and a good one. Like teacher, like people that we are like relying on just get shafted because like, oh well, they're doing it for the cause. It's like, yeah, we can be paying them a lot more instead of some of the other bullshit we spend money on, you know?
I mean, it's insane
I mean, how
how
much do
the,
we
the
pay the fucking standardized test companies?
Oh, who fucking knows, you know? But but yeah, talking about you're talking about that bag. I brought up intubation, which reminds me is like that show The Resident we would watch. Almost every episode, somebody would have to be intubated and then like get that like
hmm
metal thing and put it in their mouth and then get the tube down. Something about just the thought of somebody jamming a tube down my throat like freaks me. That I couldn't watch. I'd be like, oh god, fuck, nope, nope, can't see that.
yeah,
Like
that's yeah,
I could watch like dramatized like tracheotomies all day, but for some reason, like them just like sliding this fucking tube down into your lungs, I'm like, ugh, nope.
yeah, and see that's what like anesthesiologists get trained 6 months
Yeah,
on just to get all of that correct. So
anesthesiologists get paid well.
yes, they do. I looked into becoming
It's
a
hard.
nurse anesthesiologist.
Yeah, I my high school girlfriend, that's what she wanted to do, and she was telling me all about what you have to go through, and it's a you get paid well, but you go through a lot of shit. It's a
I mean, but to be fair, it's like you need to
oh yeah, of
because
course, like one milliliter or whatever, 1 cc of something too much or too little, and everything's fucked. You know?
yeah. I would like to say like it's mostly I don't think it's just mostly propofol, but I think a lot of it is propofol. But still,
You know, when I got my procedure earlier this year, it was propofol that they used to put me under, and
Yeah, I
that
think it's
shit was
typically what they do,
gnarly.
right? I think that's what I had when I had my chest surgery. But yeah, like one of my biggest nightmares, like when I had my big surgery when I was like 15, I was like so stressed because like probably 2 weeks before, I was watching something with my mom, and it was one of those situations where the anesthesiologist like messed up whatever they gave the person, and they were out, but they were conscious, like mentally conscious through the whole procedure, and like felt
Mm.
everything. I was like, oh my
I've
god, like that'd be my worst fucking nightmare.
I've heard stories like that. I've heard stories of people like literally waking up during.
Hmm.
I'm super glad I'm not that fucking person.
I
Yeah.
woke up during my fucking nose surgery. That was traumatizing.
Oof. Really? Oof. Yeah, that
Yeah, it was
sounds
when they
rough.
were fucking using the chisel and the hammer to re-break my nose.
Ugh. Hopefully they got you back down pretty quick.
I think they did. I just remember fucking a hit, and I woke up and I saw like the skin of my nose like up here, and
Ugh.
yeah,
Rough.
I woke up when I was getting my dental implant done because I didn't have general anesthesia. They just gave me like some oral sedatives,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like gel type stuff to take, and then they gave me the NOS like
Yeah.
over the nose thing. But I remember like coming to, waking up, and like basically hearing like a power drill, and the doctor was like, "Give her more," huh? And then I was out again.
Knock this bitch out.
Yeah, she's moving.
She's
Her
moving.
eyes are open. Stop.
That same thing. I think I've told this story on the show before, but I had to go run my brother and his family are in town, and I had to go help them do some stuff today. We were talking about like when I had my chest surgery, like it's literally like it was rough. And for I was in the hospital for 6 weeks, but the first like week of that, I was on like a steady morphine drip to kind of just, I wasn't like induced or anything, but it was pretty much to just keep me fairly sedated.
Were you in labor? You were induced?
Like, I meant like an induced coma or anything like that. But like, it was for the first week, like I pretty much just like slept the whole time. Like they kept me dosed up. So I'd just sleep because it was really painful. And, but it was also over Christmas break from like I was in ninth grade and it was Christmas break. And one of the local radio stations was B93.7. And since it was over Christmas, because of like staffing, they actually had me in the like pediatric oncology wing of the hospital. And I woke up off of, I don't know if you've ever been on morphine for a while. Like you start having really fucking weird dreams. It's like, I just spent like a week having the craziest fucking dreams in my life. Some of them good, some of them terrifying. And, but I woke up off this morphine drip, and the damn radio station mascot was like making the rounds in the like pediatric oncology wing. So I wake up and there's this massive bee just waving at me like, "Hey Bill, how are you feeling?" And I was like, "Dad, Mom, like what the fuck's going on? Like, is this real? Is this really happening right now? What the fuck?" And my dad was like, yeah. He's from the radio station. Just calm down. And he hit the button, hit my button, and I just passed out again. But it was for a couple seconds there. It was pretty terrifying. So, but Charlie, you're looking awful 80s right now. Love the hair, by the way.
Do what?
I love the hair, by the way.
Thanks. I was just thinking I need to put on more bottom makeup. So y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, Charlie's got to go get her face did.
Just got to redo her makeup. Call in fucking second team.
Yeah, I got to get it redone.
Freddie, you're the stand-in.
I know. Wouldn't it be funny if Freddie just like got and started getting in the camera?
Oh, that'd be funny as shit. He'd be second team.
Meow. Meow. Wonder if he can hear us.
Freddie.
Meow.
Look, he turned.
Meow. For anybody listening on audio, which will probably go out in about 2 months when I actually catch up on the audio uploads, Charlie laughed, but her massive fucking cat is just hanging out in the background. What up?
Oh, first team's back.
Oh.
It's a little bit better.
I can't tell the difference.
Shut up.
But I'm not. I don't know what was wrong the first time. So.
Well, like I just right here it needs to be. So I try to do like an Ozzy Osbourne inspired makeup, and he did real thick under eye, like black, and then a little bit eyeshadow.
Oh.
It's just not showing up as well as I would like on camera. But,
that's all right.
Whatever. But yes, I'm trying to do like an 80s thing, like just very, I was going to dedicate tonight to Ozzy, and then fucking Hogan had to go and die.
I know. Are you drinking a real American beer?
I am.
I figured you would.
I am a real. Come on, bitch.
On my way home from work.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, on my way home from work, I stopped by the grocery store. And I was like, "Do you guys carry a real American beer?" The lady's like, "No." And you're the 900th person to ask me that.
Aww.
I was like, "You should probably just print out something and put it on the front door." We don't have real American beer.
It's actually pretty fucking good.
I've heard good things.
It's really easy to drink.
Like, what would you compare it to? Like a Budweiser or like a Stella Artois?
I I haven't had Stella in a long time, so I don't remember what it tastes like. It is a light beer, so it's not. It's a light beer. It has, I think it doesn't say on here. I think it's like 115 calories at the most, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of up there. It might not be that much. It might just be 105 or something like that. Um,
Bush
a
Light.
little bit skunky, just a little bit on
Oh,
the
it's like a
aftertaste.
Heineken.
Um, I haven't had Heineken either, so I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, a little. It's like if Bud Light had a little bit more flavor, maybe. It's definitely not Coors because if it was like Coors, like I couldn't drink it. If it was like Budweiser, I'd be getting an immediate headache and I couldn't drink it. But it might be a little bit. It might be more similar to a Budweiser than a Bud Light. But I feel like it's like on that path. It's not like a Miller Lite for sure. Um, but I like to drink it with like chili, like Frito
Yeah,
pie.
yeah.
Real good with that.
So it's like
Easy to drink.
it's like
So
a
it's like a
standard.
barbecue beer.
Yeah, it's like a summertime out on the deck kind of beer.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit like
Okay, how would you rate it for like? Is it a good pool beer? Hot day in the pool.
for sure,
Yeah. Okay.
for sure.
Good pool beer.
But like
Or boat beer.
it does have a flavor. For
Safety beer.
it. So that, like I said, the aftertaste, little bit skunky,
Yeah.
but I'm into it.
Yeah. See, I don't mind Heineken, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's too skunky, which is weird
See, I
because
like Heineken and
I know it's the
Rolling
same
Rock's
thing.
a pretty good skunkier one too.
Yeah. I get the same kind of skunky taste from Absolute vodka.
Really?
I do. I don't know what my wife loves Absolute, and she'll get it, and like I'll drink it, but I'm like, there's something like
I don't know if I've ever had
on
Absolute.
the back end. I was like, and I've told her I was like, what you say Heineken tastes like sounds a hell of a lot of what I think Absolute tastes like.
Interesting.
So maybe it's like
I don't know if I've ever had a Heineken before, so I literally can't.
maybe it's like cilantro. Maybe it's a gene thing. Like I have some gene that makes it taste that way to me. You know.
Maybe. I don't think I've ever had Absolute before, so I can't.
We rarely get it, but occasionally, like our grocery store will do like the handles of Absolute. If you buy two, they're like $16 each or something. So we'll get them. You know. So
I'm not gonna lie, since I'm born and raised Texan, when people say my grocery store has liquor, I'm like, what?
yeah. Oh no, I get it. I get it. In North Carolina, you had to go to an ABC store, as government-run liquor stores, to get anything other than beer and wine. So,
Yeah.
and they're closed on Sundays. So,
Yep. Same here. Can't buy after 9 p.m.
yep.
No liquor on Sundays.
And like I've got a bunch of family that lives in Indiana, and there you can buy like pretty much everything in a grocery store, but what you can't buy you have to go to a liquor store to buy is cold beer. Grocery stores cannot put beer in a refrigerator.
What?
Oh, we can at least do that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
here it's like we can't do after midnight on Saturday and before noon on Sunday, but
Yeah, it's weird because like you have like if you're like say you're playing golf on a Sunday, like in Indiana, like you have and liquor stores can't be open on Sundays, so you have to go get your golf beer like on Saturday because if you go to the
You can
grocery
even
store,
buy beer on Sunday?
no, you can buy beer in a grocery store on Sunday, but it won't be cold. So if you have like an early tea time and you want beer, you have to get it on Saturday.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
I know it's kind of a
Can
pain in the dick. Here in Iowa,
Here-
you can they sell everything in the grocery store. So
can you guys buy liquor before like a certain time?
yeah,
Or
there's
is
no
it
time
after
limits or anything. North Carolina, it was. I remember it was noon. You couldn't buy it before noon on Sundays, and then by the time I moved, I think it was 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Yeah, because I don't think you could buy it before.
But you couldn't buy
7 a.m.
liquor.
here.
You couldn't buy liquor on Sundays.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't buy any kind of booze on a Sunday before noon here.
Yeah.
No,
here,
but like every day, it's like at 8 a.m. Like,
huh. You know, you're out there in the reservations. They got to make sure all those Indians stay sober before 9. So,
I mean, Elijah, drive-through beer stores. I don't think those are uncommon.
I've been to
We
a
don't have
drive-through
those
beer
here.
store.
We
I've been.
call them beer barns.
Yeah.
see,
yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah, Tennessee had like drive-through beer stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Slav in the chat says in Minnesota, gas stations can only sell 3.2% beer.
Water?
I mean 3.2. Well, I don't know. Like what's
That's a lot
what's
of
More
beer.
alcohol and orange juice.
what's Bud Light? Like what's a normal Bud Light? Like 4?
Like 4.5.
Is it? Oh.
I don't think so.
They're like 4.3 to 4.5, I think.
Slav also said Nevada is 24/7 liquor sales. Well, yeah, it's fucking Vegas strips got to sell booze, man.
What the fuck else are you gonna do in Vegas besides fucking drink?
I love it. Like when I go to Vegas, I'll typically block off one night because they'll have like those souvenir stores like every block, but a block in Vegas is like a half a mile long, you know? And I'll
Yeah,
go
the ABC stores.
I'll go into one and grab like 2 tall boys and just walk the strip and see everything. And then by the time I'm done with the 2 tall boys, I'm at the next, block liquor store and grab 2 more.
And because you're sweating so much, you're just
Yeah.
fucking, you're not even getting drunk.
I've been to Las Vegas and I went for, well, I won't say it was for Halloween. It was for my brother-in-law's birthday, and his birthday is November 1st. So we were there for Halloween, and me and him did it, walked the strip while we were there. And so this would have been like November 1st, November 2nd. And it actually got kind of cold. Like I had to go buy a sweatshirt in one of those stores because it was like 50 degrees outside at night once the sun went down. And I just had shorts and a t-shirt on because I was like, oh, I've been to Vegas so many times. It's so hot. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm cold as shit.
Deserts get cold at night.
Yes, they do. Nothing to retain the heat. He said, if you drink 3.2 beer, you get tired from the metabolism before even getting drunk. Yeah, I can see that.
More alcohol and orange juice.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's wild. So, like we said, you got Theo Huxtable, great actor, great guy from everything I've heard too. Jake, I'm glad you've seen The Resident because I keep telling people like, oh, from The Resident, like I never saw it. It's like it's one of his he's a fucking incredible character in that. And then
I never even heard of it.
oh, you should watch it. I mean, maybe not. If you've been in the medical field, you'll tear it apart, right? But it's good.
If you've been in the medical field, watch The Pit.
It's like Grey's Anatomy.
No.
It's like Grey's Anatomy, but with more medical drama and less like relationship drama. I've seen Grey's Anatomy too. I actually like The Resident a little bit better, just because it's a little more like high speed and not so like Meredith Grey whining about fucking everything. But then yeah, so we had him and then Ozzy, which he just did that concert like 2 weeks ago. So wild, but I mean, that dude's lived a life. That was a
That was 300 years in 70 some years.
Was he 77?
78.
No, he was like 73.
Was he? Because I know
He was
Hulk
in
was
his
71. Let's see.
Still, though, lived a hell of a lot longer than most of us would with that kind of lifestyle.
He was 76.
He was 76?
Yeah.
Damn, a lot older than I thought. Okay. I read his autobiography back in 2011, and I absolutely fucking loved it. But even in his autobiography, like it said, like they did studies on me in a hospital in England, I'm sure London, of like his genetics and all this kind of stuff, because they were like literally like, how the fuck have you survived this long? Like, how
Oh
did
yeah.
you do all of the things that you did?
Yeah. I think if you
And
I think if
you're,
you go that hard at a young age and keep it up, I think your body just kind of pickles.
but like his main vices were coke and alcohol.
Yeah.
So that those were his things. So
And
like
bat heads.
when you get heroin in the mix, I
Yeah, but
think
look at
that
Keith Richards.
really fucks people up. Um,
Elijah, yes, in the chat. Sorry, I saw this. I saw a meme, and it was from Charlie. Have you ever seen or know anything about the movie The Highlander?
I started it. I didn't finish it,
So like,
but
there's like
it's like there's always
there
one.
there's no there can be only one, but it's like these immortals, and they're all like fighting each other to be the last one. And whenever an immortal kills another immortal, they like get their power. And it was like a scene from that where it was like Keith, like it was the scene, but they had superimposed Ozzy Osbourne and Keith Richards' faces over it. And then like Ozzy Osbourne dies and Keith Richard like absorbs all his power. He's like, there could be only one.
'Cause he definitely did heroin, though, right?
He
Richards?
says he did. I'm kind of getting into the. There's been a lot of talk lately about how people are like, I don't know if Keith Richards is actually telling the truth about what he's done in life. Because heroin is fucking nasty, like, but I mean, I guess maybe he's just like got cockroach blood. But
Well, it's one of those things where it doesn't like what usually kills heroin users is the tolerance for it is extremely low. I think that's right. So you really don't need a tea break from heroin. Like you take a little bit of time from it, you do the same amount as what you did the last time, you can OD real quick, real fucking quick.
maybe, yeah.
Um, so and like I've heard stories of just regular fucking people doing like black tar heroin. They did it for fucking ever, and then all of a sudden they just OD'd on it. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it's not because they have to do a whole shitload of it or, they have to keep upping it and keep upping it. It's usually they took a couple of days without it, or they had a couple of days without it. They did that same amount and then they fucking die.
Maybe, I don't know.
And it's like, I don't know, heroin doesn't always kill people. Like I know personally few people who have done it and they're still fucking, they don't do it
Yeah,
anymore.
I know somebody as well.
But like continued years use of it, I don't know anyone who's done it for like 15, 20 years. I don't think Keith Richards did it for that long. If he did, I'm not sure he ever got into heroin. It might have just been like coke, lots of fucking booze, and it literally takes people their entire lives to get to the point where they're in liver failure, to get to the point where they have cirrhosis. And it's a lot of fucking booze to get you there. So like yeah, you do that when you're young, you get off of it. He had like the best medical teams he could. I tried to read
being
his
rich, being rich
autobiography.
definitely helps.
Yeah, and I tried to read his autobiography. I never finished it, but I did read something about like they got medical grade coke, in which
Medical
yes,
grade.
the hospitals used to have cocaine.
Huh.
Yes, this is a thing. If you had constant nosebleeds, they would give you cocaine in the hospital to stop that, which sounds counterproductive, but it's just like, yes, if
So,
you were
does it
addicted
help?
to
Does it like
cocaine,
help clot it up or something?
yes.
Oh, interesting.
Which once again, it sounds counterproductive because it's like, well, coke can cause nosebleeds. It's like, well, that's when you do it consistently you're fucking up your capillaries, you're fucking up your nasal system, all this kind of shit.
And even
If
then,
you've
they
never,
do it as a nasal spray.
yeah. Well, back in the day, it was like powder.
When
Nowadays,
I got it for my nose, after my nose surgery for pain, it was a nasal spray. And I like looked it up. I was like, oh, this is actually Coke.
yeah.
Nice.
But and I haven't talked about because it was one of my ex boyfriend's dads who told me that he was like I was having horrendous nosebleeds and they gave me cocaine,
Huh.
but he said it was like powder. And then I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, "Yeah,
My 9-year-old has nosebleeds when it gets dry out, so maybe I should just keep an 8-ball around, you know?
sure,
Yeah.
fuck it, give your fucking child."
Well, he's got so much
Fuck it.
energy, it's like he's on fucking coke anyways, 24/7. So I'll counteract it. We'll balance it out. He gets like a little bit of coke, and then like 4 milligrams of melatonin. You know, mellow him out. I'm gonna start speedballing my 9-year-old.
Fuck it, just give him some little bit of H, a little bit of C, he'll be fine.
Yeah, you know. But I will say with the heroin thing, there is a somebody involved with Drinking Bros that is very open about their use of drugs. And I was with him one time at a Kansas City Chiefs game, and I asked her, my wife actually asked him, because she hid his vape pen before I could stop her, and it was DMT. She thought it was just a nicotine vape pen. So I was asking him, like, okay, like, is she going to be okay? Because I don't know. I've never done DMT. He was like, she'll be all right. She's going to be spaced out for the next hour and a half, you know? But I was like, so you've done all the drugs? He's like, oh, yeah, pretty much. He's like, I was like, what about heroin? He's like, no, fuck heroin. When have you ever heard a good story about somebody doing heroin? I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Well, the first time's always a good time.
Yeah, I was chasing the dragon, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess now everybody does heroin because it's just in opioids. So,
Yeah.
well, not anymore because now, even if you need one, like when you cut your fucking thumb off, they won't give you shit now. So, they spent 10
overcorrection.
Yeah, they spent 10 years getting everybody in America hooked on goddamn Oxycontins, but when you cut your thumb off, they're like, oh, we can give you an ibuprofen.
Get fucking dental work. You'll get I got the high. I mean, it wasn't the highest I could get for hydrocodone, but it's the highest I've ever gotten prescribed. It was 7.5, 325. I think is what it was.
Okay.
And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" That's more
No,
than I got
I
for
actually-
my boot job. Like, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
I will say, like,
Great.
looking back on it, I got really lucky because after my chest surgery, when I went home, they gave me, I want to say it was like 15 milligram Oxycontins.
Holy shit.
They're strong. But like when I was in pain, because like all my ribs were broken. Like they went and cut, like laser scored my ribs and the cartilage around my sternum and then just broke it all and reset it. So like when I was in pain, I would take one and I would just fall asleep. And then, you know, I was telling friends, because I was in the hospital for 6 weeks and then I had to stay at home for another 6 weeks. And I was like telling friends, like, oh yeah, like they gave me these like painkillers, like Oxycontin. And this would have been, I was in 9th grade. So this would have been like 03. Like, oh, I heard those fuck you up. And it's like right when Splinter Cell came out and I had it for my Xbox. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to take one and play Splinter Cell. Like, I swallowed it. Like, I wasn't in pain at the time. I took it, swallowed it. Like, I can still remember it. Like, feel it hit my stomach. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, fuck, I'm going to throw up. And I went to the bathroom. And violently vomiting when you're recovering from having all your ribs broken is not something you ever want to relive. So after that, I was like, man, fuck these things. Um, After that, the only time I ever took a prescription painkiller that wasn't prescribed to me was some kid had like his brother got his wisdom teeth taken out. Like this kid was in my class. He's like, "Oh, I stole one of my brother's Percocets."
Molly Percocet.
And I was like, "Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it." And then like we're at school and like I just know like I don't.
God, being off a perk at school?
Yeah, I don't know if I was drooling on myself, but I feel like I probably was.
You 100% were drooling on yourself, fam. Like, being
Like
off
on
a perk.
and they were like massive, these like massive pink things. He's like,
Yeah,
oh no,
the
they don't
fucking
fuck you
30s,
up
right?
too much. I don't know, dude. I was in fucking like this was like when I was in 10th grade, maybe. I don't know. But since then, I was like, no, like fuck this shit. Like I don't. I'll just drink and smoke weed. Like I don't need this shit. And
High school,
since
we used to fucking do Prozac, and holy shit.
since then, I've had quite a few. Let's see. 7 friends that I grew up with and went to high school with that have all overdosed off of opioids and died. So one dude was like, got some sort of like, what are the patches they would give you? I don't know if you guys remember those. Some kind of patch, but he was melting them down and then it came out his girlfriend's mom found him dead in the bathroom from an overdose. And it turned out his girlfriend was out of town. He was fucking his girlfriend's mom while she was gone and then had a opioid overdose. And then the latest one was a really good friend of mine who got, thought he was getting oxys, but it was just compressed fentanyl. So, yeah, fun times, right? But
A lot cheaper.
drugs. I have had codeine syrup before, and that's a very weird high.
You know, they gave it to me when I was a freshman and I got whooping cough.
Yep.
Oh, when I got sent back to school, that was what I had to take. That was a interesting time being off fucking codeine in school.
That's probably the close. If I recall, I mean, I was probably about the same age. I might have been like in 10th or 11th grade. I just remember being like, that was probably the closest thing to a psychedelic drug I've ever done. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. Like,
I remember I walked across a desk, like a set of tables, because the teacher pissed me off. I was that fucked up. I was doing weird shit.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But then, we've taught the crazy thing when I was thinking about it before the show started is that we spent the last couple weeks hyping up the King of the Hill reboot. And then a week before it's set to start, one of the best cameos of King of the Hill ever, Chuck Mangione. Chuck! He dies. He was 82, though. So, I mean, it's not like a shock. I didn't even know. In reality, I didn't even know Chuck Mangione was still alive. I wasn't even 100% sure that Chuck Mangione was even a real person. So
I thought he was fake until he died.
Of course he was real.
So
He's real in our hearts.
But yeah, Chuck Mangione, I guess like multiple Grammy award winning. I was kind of reading about his life today.
He's my third.
And I was really shocked. Like Hulk Hogan, yes, very sad. To me, not super shocking. I mean, shocking in the sense that he's been doing the rounds lately, and he seemed pretty good. But
steroids and cocaine got to him, brother.
Right. If you think about how he's lived his life, like having a heart attack is not super shocking, you know?
Well, I mean
this isn't even
had major neck surgery not even 3 weeks ago, July 7th. His wife said, like, yes, he had C-spine surgery. And it was very intensive. And the recovery was bad. So, like, people had been reporting, like, oh my gosh, he's in a coma. And I remember seeing this shit. He's in a coma. He's not doing well. Hulk's about to die. And then they were coming out like, no, 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 he's not. He's fine. Jimmy Hart came out saying like, no, we were at his restaurant Stillwater. Like, no, he's fine. So like there was a lot of shit leading up to this. So
Plus, didn't he have a heart attack back in like 2020 or something too?
I don't know if he's ever had a heart attack before.
I swear he's had a heart attack before. I remember seeing it reported.
Google it, motherfucker. You got a phone and a computer right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the chat open on my phone and then this on the fucking computer. So.
Oh, you have to
All right, let's see.
chat to Google something.
Let's see. Hulk Hogan heart attack.
So, I mean, like, did the recovery and all this have something to do with it? Possibly.
But that's a lot on the body. So.
And yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it's a hard recovery. It was an intensive surgery. He's already worn out from doing the tour for his beer.
So the quick answer was Hogan had suffered a series of health issues prior to his death, including several surgeries for back, neck, vascular, and heart problems. So.
Yeah, no, I guess he had multiple heart surgeries too.
Well, yeah, the dude's fucking 6'7" and 300 pounds. Like,
your heart's not going to be able to sustain that.
No. Wait, he was that when he fought Andre. If even. They always fucking lie about their stats.
I'm sure, but he's not. He wasn't a small dude by any.
He's at least 6'5", 6'4".
He's a big dude. Well, Charlie, you met him like pretty recently, so.
Yeah, I met him after his spine had been compressed for decades because of wrestling, and then multiple spine.
Yeah, I mean it's just hard. It's hard on the body. The fact that he made it to 71 through his life was pretty impressive. Because I mean, like you were saying, like even like spinal stuff, like. God knows what they were putting him on for that and being that big. And also, dude was obviously, I'm not trying to talk bad about the dead, but the dude's obviously was still on some kind of juice, to this day.
Probably TRT.
Ultimate Warrior died from a heart attack like 15 years ago, and they're about the same age. Yeah, so like, it just goes to show.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero was pretty young, wasn't he?
I think he was in his 50s. I think he was like 50.
Guerrero?
No, Eddie wasn't in his 50s. He was in his 40s at least.
Eddie.
Might have even been 35. Fuck.
No, fuck. Not Eddie Murphy movies. Damn it.
Eddie Guerrero was born in 1967, died in 2005. So.
He was 38. Eddie was 38.
Ooh, that was a rough 38, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a rough 38. Yes. Because I'm 37, so.
Well, he went to Highlands University in New Mexico.
There you go.
So, but I mean, you can tell like he was also on roids. He had an issue with pills. He had a lot of issues. And
yeah, like especially like those '90s wrestlers. Especially then, like they were
80s guys that were juiced out and on coke.
Yeah. But in the 90s, they were all on like
Eddie
wild
was
shit.
for a long time before he died. And so there's that too. Like he hadn't been on anything, and then, but I think it was the same thing. Cardiac arrest. Like he was brushing his teeth, getting ready to go work out, and with I think it was his cousin or his nephew.
I think he was going to work out with Chavo and Ray.
And like literally had his toothbrush in his hand.
Yeah.
On the bathroom floor. Like he was just brushing his teeth.
Hey, I get it. Like my grandfather died on my dad's side, died of a heart attack. I wasn't there for it, but I know plenty of people that were. He was at a party at one of my dad's friends' houses and was playing pool and like went to go take a shot and just kind of like and just fell on the table and died. And then I've been at work. This is probably 10 years ago. This guy, this older dude I worked with, heavy smoker, kind of a little overweight, but was like going to sit down in his chair, and then all of a sudden, kind of like, and just fell face first on the ground.
Yeah, no, when I was
Yeah.
working in industrial manufacturing, there was an older dude was at his machine, bent over to tie his shoes, fucking heart exploded, just fell over.
Yeah, it's like I said, man. Like top of the show, death has been working overtime this week. I wonder if we're gonna make it to Sunday before somebody else croaks. You know,
We'll see.
because what's that?
Uh, but,
Four
but like
people.
I truly thought like the Aussie thing was like assisted suicide. It was like a planned thing, and that made it a little bit easier. But now that I'm looking into it a little bit more, it seems like no, that
It
actually
just
It
wasn't the
sounds
case.
like he went into like some sort of cardiac arrest or something because they were
it just
bringing a
happened.
helicopter in for him. So at least from what I read briefly, I'm a admittedly I'm very guilty of being the headline reader. You know, like I read the headline and then kind of skim through the rest of the article. So, but yeah,
But like at the same time, like it makes complete sense, especially with having Parkinson's. He can't fucking walk.
hmm
I've watched things with him saying like I'm a fucking burden on everyone. And that's completely true in this sense. And I even saw comments of people of like, I would do anything for you. I would, you know, push you around in a wheelchair if you needed. And it's just like, well, that's understandable, but it's also understandable to put yourself in that position. You cannot do anything for yourself anymore.
oh
You
no, I
can't you
get
can't
it. I get it, and
you
I
can't go to the bathroom
huh.
anymore unless someone is lifting you up, setting you on the toilet, wiping your own ass for all of that. You are basically a baby.
Oh no, I've already told my wife
Like,
long before this Aussie shit came out. I've told my wife like if I get to the point where I can't do the basic things for myself and people have to do like my family has to do them for me, take me up in an airplane, strap a Bluetooth speaker to my chest, turn on Free Falling by Tom Petty and just push me out of the fucking plane.
I mean,
I mean,
That's
like
pretty to me
going
that's
back
a
to
pretty
Ozzy.
dope way to go. Like it's free
my own mom has said, like,
falling.
take me out into the pasture. And I'm like, we literally can't fucking put a bullet in the back of your head, Mom. We can't do that. Like, we can't fucking old yeller you. Like, I understand. I get it. I would feel the same way, but it's just like,
No,
legally,
I
we
would never ask my family to shoot me in the head because that's for one, it's a fucking mess, and like, who wants to do
just take
that?
me out back in the pasture.
Yeah,
It's like,
take me out back, take me. You know, be like, ask my
yeah.
wife to like smother me with a pillow in my sleep. Like, no, just like I'm serious. Like,
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
and I'd be down. Put me on the plane. Like, hey, this is what you wanted. Yep, put me on the plane. Get the loudest Bluetooth speaker you can find so I can hear it as the wind's rushing around me, and I will sing "Free Falling" as I'm.
Legally, they would have to put a parachute on you, but you don't have to pull
You
the
don't have to
cord.
pull it. Yeah, I won't pull it.
Right. To be
Cut the
fair,
damn
I do
string
think that
off.
it would be so loud, like the wind and everything, that you probably would not be able to hear the music. So
Well,
you might want
okay.
to,
Yeah, put some of
put,
these and duct tape them to my head, you know,
yeah, there you
so they don't come off. And yeah, go for it. You know, I
go.
don't have when I heard the whole like assisted suicide thing from Ozzy, like I morally don't have an issue with that. I don't think. Um,
I don't think anyone does, but yet Dr. Kevorkian is still in prison.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, again, I don't know the legal ramifications for it or what people goes through people's minds either. I know, like, there's that Canadian lady that gets on Drinking Bros a lot and talks about uh, Canada as a VA, like doing assisted suicide.
Would you rather just kill yourself?
And that, like, from what I've heard from that, and we were at, I mean,
I
that was
see you
what.
need a wheelchair ramp. Would you rather just die?
Yeah, that, and I actually like. So I guess that's been going on a while because last time we went to Disney, we were on one of the shuttles with a family from Canada, and they both worked for the VA. And I was like, "Hey, man, like I've got to ask you, like, is this shit real?" And he's like, "Yes, it is." And like everybody's fighting it, but the government is like, "Oh, like, yeah, so you don't have legs. Your life's gonna
Gonna
kind
die.
of your life's gonna kind of suck.
Would
So
you
wouldn't you
fucking
rather just die?"
die?
I was like, "That's fucked up." He's like, "Yeah," and we were trying. He was telling me like out of nowhere, like just started like pouring his heart out about this stuff. He's like, "We're trying." Like him and his wife were like trying to leave Canada and move to the U.S. But so many people are doing that now in Canada that like they both work. They're like older. They had their grandchildren. That's what they were there for. They were taking their grandchildren to Disney, and he was like, we both worked for the VA for like 25 years. And they said if we immigrated to the US, like they would close our bank accounts, cancel our retirement and pension, and like all this crazy shit. And I'm like, wow, Canada's starting to sound a little bit like a certain failed Soviet state, you know?
Real shitty.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was like, what the
Yeah, that's
fuck?
fucked up.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, it's been a rough week for celebrity deaths. Hopefully we make it through. But there's a lot of to be fair, there's a lot of elderly celebrities out there, you know. Dick
Oh my
Van Dyke's
gosh,
about to
yeah.
turn 100 pretty soon. I
And
thought he
Mel
was already
Brooks,
dead.
like they said, and fucking Clint Eastwood. They're
Clint
all
Eastwood.
pushing 100.
Clint
It's
East,
wild.
I could totally see Clint Eastwood one day, like it coming out where he pulls a 19, like a stainless steel 1911 out of his nightstand and just does it himself. I'm done with this.
Just does it on set.
I'm done with this.
You know, I was gonna say he's still fucking directing. I'm pretty sure,
was
like
like-
he just finished directing, or he's still in the process.
Well, I mean,
of...
I think there is something to be said because I know on Drinking Bros they were talking about Mel Brooks because he's going to turn 100 soon.
Yeah,
And there's there is something to be said about having like a purpose, right? And I think that's what drives you because that's ultimately, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show before, and I'll be brief because we need to wrap it up. But
I was gonna say I got one that I think's the best.
like my dad, when he moved here, like he retired in North Carolina. He was a painting contractor for 40 years. Moved up here. My mom was making good money. He kind of retired. Ran out of stuff to do around the house. So he just had no purpose. Started drinking all day. The drinking got worse and worse and worse. He was already a heavy drinker. And that's eventually what killed him. Was like he'd wake up in the morning with a bottle of vodka and it'd be gone by noon. And he'd walk to the grocery store, buy another one, you know?
Wait,
So,
who is this?
My dad.
Sorry? Okay.
I think when people lose, it's when you lose a purpose, right? And I mean, at some point you do, you know, I'm not saying people should never retire, but even if you do retire, I think you should find something that drives you in life,
You
right?
have to have hobbies. You have
Yeah.
to have something. Either they die because they become sedentary, they don't do anything anymore, or something like that, where it's just like, fuck, I can just drink all the.
Well, you have
fucking
nothing to do,
time.
and you're just like, I get it. I mean, I understand it. Like, if I have a day off randomly, like, I'd day drink all fucking day because I have nothing better
Yeah.
to do, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you're also work. You
Yeah.
work more
Yeah.
than not as well. But it goes into that, like having friends to do something with. Granted,
Yeah,
all they do is drink, then that's all you're going.
I think in reality, like you really have to have a purpose in life, and like Clint Eastwood has one. He's still directing movies, right? He still loves it. It drives him to do it. I'm sure he wakes up every morning probably feeling like a 99-year-old man.
His child is 18 yet either.
Clint
So
Eastwood?
it's like,
Yeah, I think he has like a 14-year-old or something.
yeah.
Holy shit! Was he like 78 when their kid was
Yeah,
born?
he married a younger woman. I think she was in her 30s. they divorced a few years ago now. But they had a child together. Like he has a lot of kids. He has a fuck ton of children.
Well, the only one I know is Scott because he's an actor and a pretty decent actor and a very good-looking
Right.
guy. And
Scott was
His
an
clone, you mean?
illegitimate child. Scott has a full sister. They're illegitimate children from a flight attendant
a flight
that
attendant.
their dad knew. Yes.
Damn, get it,
So
Clint?
they're straight up just from like a girlfriend. They were not from
Well,
one of his
if,
wives.
I don't know
He's
about
had
the
3
sister,
wives.
but for Scott, it worked out pretty well. You know,
Yeah, well, he looks the most similar
he looks like he looks
to
just
dad
he looks like
anyone else.
if Clint Eastwood would have been born in our generation, like the where people go to the gym and know like all about nutrition and shit. Like that's what Clint Eastwood would have fucking looked like when he was in his 30s. You know,
Been fucking jacked.
been just swole up. Mm.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen Clint Eastwood back then? Like he was almost just as jacked.
He's always been a pretty thin guy, right? Like
Pretty
even Dirty
close,
Harry, he
though.
was never like this. Like he wasn't gonna pass for a modern day Navy SEAL like Scott does. You know, he was just a
Scott is
badass.
modern day.
Scott,
No.
Scott Eastwood is jacked.
Yeah, no, Scott bulked up for a new role.
But I mean, like, it's not a crazy difference, though.
But yeah, I mean they look very similar. Like Scott Eastwood.
The face, yeah.
Will also say, I mean, as a straight
I
guy,
think he looks better. I think he's better looking than his dad.
Yeah, but that's just modern marketing, you know.
But yeah, to say Clint was like skinny, like
He was
they're,
cut, but he
they're
wasn't
pretty
swole.
fucking similar.
I
Ooh,
mean,
there
Clint
we
was
go.
cut, but not swole.
Man, look at
I'm
that.
gonna say
Here's a side by side.
Look at Scott's neck. He's fucking swole.
Yeah, Scott's a big dude.
That's not that fucking different, dude.
I know they look very similar, but Scott is definitely bigger.
And that first picture Bill showed, his neck was a lot wider.
Barely. Y'all are conflating this way too fucking much.
Yeah, I mean, this is Scott Eastwood. Clint
He's
Eastwood
small in
was
that
never
picture.
that big.
That's also a photo compared to no
All right,
one
well,
else. Like,
anyways.
if you saw him with your naked eye, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's actually like he's."
Either way, I mean, I get it. It's cool. I can see Clint Eastwood maybe going pretty soon, but he seems to have a lot of purpose in his life. So who
It's
knows?
gonna be Francis Ford Coppola, the director.
That's why I saw that in the chat. He hasn't done shit in what, 20 years?
No, he
He's
did
still
Megalopolis.
alive.
Oh, he did do Megalopolis, but wasn't that movie like terrible?
Oh, it fucking sucked. And
Yeah.
I made a rage bait post on Letterboxd. It got me blocked for posting for like a month.
I saw like that he was doing that. I was like, oh, like when it first like kind of was announced he was doing this movie, I was like, oh man, I bet it's gonna be good. And I saw the first trailer, I was like, this looks so fucking terrible. Because even for me, Adam Driver is pretty hit or miss.
Adam Driver was good in it.
Was it just not a well done movie?
No, everyone was great in it, but it was fucking stupidly written, and it made no sense because it was like modern Roman Empire that taking place in like a fucking futuristic New York where everyone's wearing togas.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Clint holds out. I think Mel Brooks holds out for a little bit longer.
I think he at least makes it to 100.
The one that I really feel is coming soon that makes me really sad is I think Bruce Willis is going to go pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's not doing very well.
Those videos of him are fucking depressing.
I know. Why is his wife
out.
posting those? Like,
because they get views and they get money from it.
Well, I don't think Bruce Willis really has to worry about money too much.
She might,
No, Bruce Willis
because
is.
a lot of you're not catching what I'm saying. Once he dies, a lot of shit probably gonna go to his kids,
Oh yeah,
not
for
to
sure.
her.
Maybe.
So
Either way,
she's
it's still.
probably banking a lot of that Instagram money
Yeah.
rather than the royalties that are
Fair.
going to go to his kids and grandkids.
Fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair. But that one,
her
Bruce,
bank account.
the Bruce Willis thing makes me really sad. I love Bruce Willis. So. And he's also still pretty young. Like, how old is Bruce Willis? He's in his 60s, maybe?
I think he's like 68, 69, around there.
I don't know if he's that old.
Oh, he just turned 70 in March.
What the fuck? How is he that old?
Well, Bruce Willis, before he did, and I didn't know this because I was too young for it. Like, my mom was telling me this, and I went back and looked at it. Like, Bruce Willis was actually a comedic actor before he did Die Hard.
Yeah, I think he did stand-up, too.
He did a little bit of stand-up, but he was on a show called Moonlighting, which was like a comedy, like almost like, I've seen a couple episodes. It's not the same, like, plot or anything, but it's very much in the vein of, like, what was that Kelsey Grammer show where he's like the therapist? It was a comedy. Kramer? Frasier. It was like this, like kind of like
Kramer versus Kramer came from Frasier.
Yeah.
Later on.
Like Frasier. It was kind of this like office comedy thing, and that's where Bruce Willis started from stand-up. I don't think
Death
he was.
Becomes Her before he did Die Hard too.
Death Becomes Her is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
That movie's funny as fuck too.
And then people like my mom was like, "Oh yeah," like when the trailers started coming out for Die Hard, everybody was like, "Bruce Willis is an action star? Like, doesn't make any sense."
The funny guy?
Yeah, the funny guy, like with the weird hairline. But yeah, like at once when Bruce passes, I'm gonna be pretty. I mean, granted, I don't have any personal connection with him, but I do like Bruce Willis.
I mean, I actually cried when I saw the news about Ozzy.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I've never been a huge, like, I appreciate him, and I definitely like the hits, but I've never been a huge Ozzy guy.
I shed a tear when I saw the tribute that Planet Caravan made. Like,
yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. If somebody does, like, a good tribute video, like, it doesn't matter who it is. Somebody does a good tribute video.
I mean, I saw the news with Mama, I'm Coming Home, the last video.
Yeah.
Of his last videos of it. I was like, fuck.
But
yeah, they did that on purpose.
Like, Zakk Wylde was there for that last concert, but this was Zakk Wylde plays in Planet Caravan, and it was showing him, like, turning around, playing the guitar while they were singing the tribute to him, watching the slideshow that they made of very much him and Ozzy, because they were together for 30 fucking years, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Zakk Wylde was the guitarist, right, or the bass player?
Yes, I am a massive Zakk Wylde fan. I've loved him since I was 13 years old. So seeing him, I'm performing, but I want to watch this because this was my man. Like, he called him the boss man, and he called Sharon Mama Sharon.
I just looked up Zakk Wylde. Is it this guy?
Yeah.
Black Label Society. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Black Sabbath is coming next month, and honestly, I might go now.
Huh.
He's amazing. I fucking love Zakk Wylde, and he even sounds like Ozzy to me. They kind of have like that same vocal fry, and I'm sure he gets that from Ozzy to a point, but like I think he came in after Randy Rhoads. Like, he was with Ozzy in like '89. It could have been before then. I don't know when Randy Rhoads.
It was after Randy died.
But he was very, very young.
I think he was 18, right?
And I don't know if he was that young, but with them the entire fucking time. It, you know, until the last. You know, he was. And I didn't know he was at the concert. I didn't think he was there at the last concert because it was Black Sabbath. So I was like, Tony Iommi. Like,
Yeah, he did. He performed that half of the show where he was performing the Ozzy songs.
but yeah, and so, and I didn't watch that when it happened. I didn't watch a lot of it. And then I finally saw that he was there, and that made me very happy.
So Jeeps in the chat said Robin Williams and Chester Bennington were two rough ones for him. I can see that. I'm really trying to think of what was the last one that really hit me hard. Well, obviously, my man in the background here, Val Kilmer, was tough for me. Love me some Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that was one that was like
But we all kind of knew, like, he's
it was
had
kinda,
health problems for a while.
he had fucking throat cancer, man. Like, he
He had,
didn't
yeah, well, he
speak
had
for a
throat
long
cancer for
time
like
there. Like,
10 years, you know.
it was bad. Yeah, it was real
So it's kind
bad.
of one of those things
Didn't
like
seek treatment for it. Too,
it wasn't shocking. I get it was sad to me, but it wasn't like I wasn't like,
Right.
oh my god. I'm trying to think of the last
Yeah.
one where like I got the text like, what the fuck? I
Honestly,
really can't remember.
none. No celebrity deaths have.
Jeep
Like,
said Anne Heche was rough.
I don't care. I don't like Robin Williams, Chester, dude from Soundgarden.
Yeah, see, I wasn't really into
No,
like
sorry, don't care.
I like Chris Cornell,
Ozzy and
but
Hulk, different story.
Hulk. I will say Hulk's
Ozzy
kind
and
of
Hulk really are a different story because like
they
that's
are.
fucking
The Hulk
bad.
one's pretty rough because he's been doing the rounds for this beer. Like he was on McAfee not that long ago, maybe 6 months ago, and looked great. Like so.
I wouldn't say he looked great.
Well, he looked like a 70-year-old promoting a beer company.
Yeah, oh man, dude.
He did look a little
Seeing
sunken-eyed there
in
for a while.
person, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was fucking rough. And then having to do that day, like I can understand. Like,
Oh,
the
I'm sure.
process,
But
like,
before he
was
went on
exhausted.
stage at McAfee, I'm sure they gave him something. They boosted him up a
Right.
bit.
But and most of the time, I don't give a shit about celebrities. Like, why the fuck would I? That has literally nothing to do with me. I don't fucking care. Ugh. But I was in a fucking work meeting when I looked at the Teams chat, and one of the guys was like, "Rip Hulk," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then in the meeting, there was just 3 people, but I was like, I drew my hair back, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't compose myself right now. I'm not fucking okay." Hulk Hogan, I just thought he just died. I was like, this is my fucking man. Like, I grew up watching this motherfucker. Like, I didn't grow up watching him wrestle. I grew up with his movies. And I loved watching his movies with my dad, to the point that when I met him, I literally told him, Mr. Nanny is one of my favorite movies, and he made the ew face. And I was like, don't make that fucking face. I love this movie. Like,
I'm pulling it up now. None of these I was really like upset about, but some of them were kind of like, oh fuck, Like you take a minute to like reflect. Kobe Bryant for me was a big one. I'm not even a basketball guy, but I know like he was a prolific athlete and a pretty good person.
Yeah, no, that one was like, whoa, Kobe's fucking dead?
Yeah,
I would say it was
oh,
shocking, but I didn't feel like anything.
Oh, I wasn't like I wasn't in my
room.
room crying about it, but I was like, well, fuck, like it definitely brought my day down,
Well, yeah, then you find out like his fucking 14-year-old
His daughter was on the helicopter as well.
Oh, and then like a whole other family. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is even worse. And then you find out,
The
like,
Chadwick Boseman thing was pretty I don't know what not emotional or anything for me because I don't know him, but like he seemed
it's shocking.
it was shocking because nobody knew, and he was like on the uptick of his career, right? And
Liam Payne was kind of shocking.
the dude from One Direction,
Yeah, that was kind of shocking.
that didn't shock me at all, but Let's see.
Well, I mean, like falling over a fucking balcony.
Dude was gacked out of his mind, so
Yeah, there's a ton of fucking people who gacked out of their mind. They don't fucking
fall
run
off a
off of a
balcony. Yeah, I
balcony.
get it. I
They'll
get it.
die.
Yeah, no, that's why it was shocking because it was like, whoa, he just like fucking. Did he jump? Did he fucking fall?
Literally fell. Yeah, he fell to his death. However he got there, we don't know, but we do know he fucking fell to his death from a balcony.
Trying to look through these.
Anti-abortion.
Regis Philbin, maybe. I guess he was just kind of a cool guy.
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons. Wait, Gene Simmons is dead?
Or no, Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. Wait.
Gene Simmons is still alive.
I was like, Gene Simmons from Kiss? I was like, what?
Get them confused.
Do you know what? Eddie Van Halen's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like 2020.
But he had cancer.
Hold on. I know one. So you might not have like sat and cried about it, but Alex Trebek.
Really?
Yeah. You never watched Jeopardy? Alex was the man.
Charlie, you just had the same expression Hulk Hogan had when he said that this Mr. Nanny was your favorite movie.
It was worse than that. It was a straight full-on cringe.
How about this one? DMX.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald's another one of those like kind of just out of nowhere. I guess he had been sick for a long time, but just hit it so well. Other than that, I'm not really seeing a whole lot that was like, oh my god.
I mean, you can say Norm hit it well, but then it's like, well, everything
Watch the
kind of
podcast closer. And like,
Yeah.
well, everything made sense because he had
Bob Saget.
moon face for a long time, so it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, from all the
the
steroids from his treatment. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh shit, that's what that was. Yeah, no, but Bob Saget, that was very unforeseen. But like,
fuck, I forgot Ray Liotta died.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine Bear was his last movie.
Yeah. James Caan, but he was old, you know. Actually, speaking of that, I do think
when Scott Conn dies, I will be very sad.
I will say it's not
in fucking Varsity Blues.
Yep. Well, Ocean's
And also
11.
Ready to Rumble.
One that did get me, and it's only because of when he died, they played a clip of him from like maybe a couple months earlier from the Harry Potter document, a 20-year Harry Potter documentary. Robbie Coltrane, the dude who played Hagrid. And even in that documentary,
Valentine to me.
Valentin Skarovsky or whatever from Goldeneye.
Yes.
Yeah, but in this, he did this. They did like that 20-year kind of like reunion. It wasn't even a documentary. It was kind of like just a collection of interviews. And I just when he died, like all over the internet was his clip from that. And he's like, "Oh, my kids asked me about like, did I like playing Hagrid?" He's like, "Yeah, in 50 years, like I won't be here, but Hagrid still will be." That got me. I was like, "Fuck!" Like,
Yeah.
what was the other? There was another one. Fuck, where'd it go?
I mean, I think the reason why Ozzy got me so much was because, like, right before his concert, there was a video that came out with him and Youngblood, where Youngblood was like giving him a necklace with a crucifix on it, and you can just tell Ozzy was tired.
Yeah, hasn't been great for a long time.
Like that one was like, oh, it's soon.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of them here. I mean, Bob Barker sucked, but he was old as shit, so.
He was 99, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry, kind of one of those shocking ones, but at the same time, like, okay, like, that sucks, but. Oh, Carl Weathers. Apollo Creed. Chubbs.
No, don't care.
No? All right, well.
Yep.
Let's see.
So once again, I don't fucking care about celebrity deaths until this week.
One that I appreciated that she died was Shirley Duvall because I cannot stand her. The mom from The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. James Earl Jones. Oh, Maggie Smith. Dame Maggie Smith, by the way.
Yeah, fucking finally.
I mean, I will say she's been old since Hook, and that movie was like came out when I was like 4.
That was all fucking fantastic makeup that they got it spot on of like, this is how you're gonna look when you're actually old.
Mm.
But like, to be fair, it's like when Stan Lee died, people are like, oh, isn't it so sad? I'm like, no,
he's
it's
old.
not. Do you want to be fucking 90 years old? No, the fuck you don't.
Especially when you find out like the situation that Mike or not, fuck, I was reading a text. Sorry, that fucking Stan Lee was in when he died. Like, I bet you
Getting
he's a lot
taken
happier.
advantage of by his caretaker. Yeah, that happens a
Yeah.
lot. People are just like, the thing died. Like,
Michelle
your
Trachtenberg.
Oh, Michelle Trachtenberg was fucking.
Yeah, that was sad. That was sad to hear how it all happened as I drink my fucking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, plus she was just so young. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
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 It's sad when the young ones died. Like Sarah
Val
said,
Kilmer.
Aaliyah really fucked her up. You know, when she saw that she died. Like, yeah, she was 22.
Yeah, and I think did she die before the movie came out?
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Queen of the Damned, like it was right before, right? And they couldn't they wanted to hold it back, but it was so close. They're like, we can't, like the reels have been shipped. We can't pull this movie now.
Yeah. They did do like a in memory of in the credits. I don't know about like releasing and all, all that kind of stuff, but it was just like, back in the, back when, these guys who just died are like, and I even saw Ozzy saying like, don't fucking bawl and cry when I die. But that's probably because it's like Randy Rhoads, 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That fucked Ozzy up for a long time. I don't think he ever got over that.
There was a video from a few years ago where they're in a studio and they're playing the masters from Randy Rhoads recording Crazy Train, and Ozzy shoots up standing like, holy shit. Like fucking Randy's in the room.
It was him and Jack's show. They went to what is it called, like the Iron Mountain or whatever it is in Pennsylvania, where they have all like the originals of so many things. So like if there's ever like an apocalypse or some shit, like all this history will be saved. They have those original tapes. So not only was that like the master would, that was like they completely isolated it. And so Ozzy even said, I have not heard this since it was recorded. I have not heard this since it was recorded. So it was a huge moment. I remember watching that 2017, and because it had already been, it was like on YouTube. But yeah, it just, like you said, fucking made him come alive. That's how much he felt. And it's like not just that, they fucking lived through Janis Joplin dying, Jimi Hendrix dying. I don't know if people really care that much about Jim Morrison.
Or Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I don't think they were very well liked in their peer groups.
But they still respected them. Him and, Lane Stanley. Who else?
He saw a lot of the people who were inspired by him before him.
But it was like they looked up to them. They were a different genre. It was something new, just like how they were new. Before Black Sabbath, that shit didn't fucking exist. That sound, all of that didn't exist.
All because Tony Iommi fucking cut off the tips of 2 of his fingers.
Yeah, well.
Well, the guitar, the guitar sound, but he did get prosthetics, and the prosthetics is what made him sound different. But like, but literally that heavy metal, that wasn't a fucking thing. So they were literally pioneers, just as the grunge era. They were pioneers because that didn't fucking exist before. So it was just one of those things where it's like, you're carrying the fucking torch, whether I like it or not, whatever. But it's like, you're doing what we did back in the fucking 60s and 70s. You're doing something that has never been done before.
Yeah.
And it's hard to handle. It's hard to carry this fame, all of this, so fucking fast. None of us understand what this shit's like.
Yeah.
None, and then, with Lane Staley, he just, got girlfriend, introduced him to heroin. She died. He got into a horrible depression. He ended up dying. Kurt Cobain.
Bradley from Sublime.
Horrible stomach issues. Did heroin, which can also cause horrible stomach issues. On top of that, there's a lot of this shit that's happened. And I'm sure there's a ton that we don't know about that happened to, that they knew.
For sure. Yeah, it's sad, for sure. I mean, it's, like I said, it's, this week was a lot of icons going. You got Ozzy, like Charlie just gave a very passionate speech about Ozzy's impact on music. Even if you didn't watch The Cosby Show, it was a very impactful show in its time.
For its culture.
Chuck Mangione, one of the greatest cameos on King of the Hill ever. And Hulk Hogan, man, like an American icon. When you think of America, if you had to put a collage together of like the greatest like iconic American things in the
Symbols
last
of America
40 years, like Hulk Hogan would be in there, right? So it's been a rough week. Hopefully we make it through Sunday before we get another one. I don't know if I can handle another one of these people going, but my puppy's going crazy, so I got to get off of here. And it's been an hour and a half. So everybody already knows. I said at the top of the show, like and subscribe.
Guys, pouring out for the great.
Yep. No, don't pour it out. That's wasteful. They wouldn't want you to pour it out. Drink it, So for Jake, for Charlie, I'm Bill. This has been the Nooner Nation. Good night, everybody. Good night, brothers.
Brothers.